And when I tell you I've been all around the world, I mean it. When I tell you there's something special about the South to my heart and how I feel, I promise you. I ain't cooking nothing to eat today, but I also know that if I go down one country road, I might get 6 meals. We not serving up no food today, but we definitely gonna take a minute to represent South first. Once you know, you know. Go ahead and cue that intro. Let's get into it. Sometimes it's impossible to hear the soul of a person, and sometimes you can hear it clear as day. But it's even better when they can incorporate exactly where they came from and give you that feel. When I tell you about to hear the South full-fledged in your ears, yeah, the hoodie gotta come down for this one. Cause this one is nothing but roots. I don't know how it's gonna make you feel. I don't even know who's gonna click this. But all I'm gonna say is, if I lied about going down that country road, say so. If not, definitely say he ain't lying. But without further ado, yeah, we gotta get into this. I can't tell you how it made me feel. I can just show you. Let's go. Woo! Oh, turn that up, turn that up.
Black leaves in the Mississippi River.
That Churchville?
Black leaves in the Mississippi fire. Black leaves in the Mississippi choir. Black leaves on the Mississippi land.
Come on with it then.
And we've got garden cotton, we've got sons and daughters, we've got grit and glory, we've got mother stories, we've got strength like towers, we've got hope and power. God made woman with an iron hand.
Hold on, I'm gonna let them finish. But if this didn't take you to church and you from the South, I don't care how far you've been outside of the church, you felt this. You know that your grandmama took you, your auntie took you, your mama took you. No matter where you went, you might have been there on the weekends because you got dropped off. Everybody done been through it. Mama gotta have a good time too. She might have been at the juke joint, but you was at church on Sunday. And Lord knows, if you didn't feel this, I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing like going in and knowing right after church service, you're going right down to the kitchen, the tables are set up, and you're going to eat one of the best meals you ever had. And it's directly from the South. Run it back. When she talks about this being a Mississippi Mass Choir as well, this is the Mississippi Mass Choir. This is talking true integration and the one time that I can say everybody put it together for the right reason. This is ancestry on your screen right here. Let's go.
Glory, we've got mother stories, we've got strength like towers, we've got hope and power.
Let's go.
God made woman with an iron hand, raised her up on heaven's land. God made woman with an iron hand, raised her up on heaven's land. With strength like towers.
Hold on, let me give you a pro tip real quick. I know there's a lot of debate about whether you should or shouldn't touch this woman's hair. Don't do it. That's all I'm saying. The amount of time that it takes, boy, we might have been nappy headed back in the day, but I tell you right now, when you got this type of passion, this type of soul, don't touch her. Not in the airport, not on the walk. I don't care what you got going on. Don't do it. Protect it at all costs. Look, don't touch. Run it back.
God made woman with an iron hand, raised her up on heaven's land. With strength like towers, we've got hope and power. God made woman with an iron hand.
Let's go.
Raised her up on heaven's land.
If that ain't church, I don't know what to tell you. One thing I'll tell you is the symbolism that's given in that type of piece right there, and although it's super short, there is so much heritage and ancestry sitting in that track. And for them to incorporate a choir that has been around for a long time, I mean, since I was a young child, a young boy putting on little suits, going to Easter Sunday, and even, you know, giving back scripture verses. I got to go up to the microphone. I got to do what I got to do. And I better not do it wrong, because I might get home and get let's just be perfectly honest about it. More than anything, when you got a congregation and choir like that, everybody was entitled to whip your ass. You might have church. Here in a minute, you might get something to eat, and you might get scolded for whatever you did in church. I was one of them. When we talk about and we sit back and think about, she said, we've got God and cotton. We've got sons and daughters. What we were raised on was this land. And it doesn't mean that we were supposed to be here. It doesn't mean that we were supposed to grow up in this atmosphere. But when you are willing to survive, there's a piece that comes across when you hear music like this, because it took me back home. I instantly went back to Burton Chapel Road, and I just knew exactly where I was supposed to be. I remember riding out to my grandmother's house where there would be Friday afternoon, and I might not get picked up to Sunday, but we was going to church on Sunday. I might not have liked it at the time. My grandmother was a pillar in my life, and she still is. I hear her voice all the time, and it's because she took the time to raise me and try to teach me the things that I should have learned. I'm still at fault for a lot of things that she taught me. But I know one thing. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably be 10 times worse. All right, now to the one that made it truly all possible, because without her, she's half the reason I would be here. Mama, well, you did a hell of a job. That's all I'm going to say. I know I still got a lot to learn, and I'm thankful that you went from making sure that you put down the belt to finally having those good conversations. Lord knows, I don't know how much more of that I could took, but I remember that day when I turned around and you said, that's it. Let me know that I was supposed to be maturing into a man. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the love that you put in. And truly thank you for being the bedrock in every situation. And I'll be the first one to tell you, never take for granted who's a part of your life. Just never know. You never know. And never go without saying exactly what you should have where you got the chance. That's the message. That's it. I gotta give credit and pay homage where I can. Everybody knows how I feel. But this one, yeah, this was for home. I can't help have a little heartfelt moment with those that were there before me. Kirby, thank you. I forgot to say, this is Kirby. Kirby, yeah, let me give you your flowers while I got a chance. I'm out of here. Y'all stay blessed.